Welcome to the June release of 3D animations. We've got a few goats, a little steel goat defender, a giant goat, the nightmare mount, a chimera, a couple of axe beaks, one mounted, a camel, watch out, they spit, two polar bears, again one with the mount, a hippogriff, and a griffin. So let's check this out and I'll show you the details of all of these in the June pack. So we'll start with our goats, and these were all same animation set, the same bones. So we've got an idol of the goat eating grass. Maybe I should do this with the big one so you can see it better. So eating grass idle, a second idle, maybe a little more subtle. If you don't like a lot of movement, there is a charge attack. So a little bit silly of a bounce back. A reaction, somebody wanted to attack this giant goat. And then of course the standard death. And there he is. He's got big horns, so I had his head sort of propped up. So yeah, that is the goats. We move on to Nightmare, which was a little bit of a nightmare to animate. But we've got our idol, got a hoof attack, a reaction, and of course the death animation. Looks like this 3D model actually has a hole for actual 3D printing. Made it into the digital scene. Next we have this chimera. So there's our idol. We have a fly idol. Pretty fierce looking. We've got a bite attack. Not sure which one's biting, but they're biting. We've got the horns. We've got claws. And a reaction. Did I miss the... Oh, fire breath, there it is. So the dragon, notice these guys sort of put their head down as if they don't want to get hit by the flames. I like that one. We've got a reaction, and then of course our death animation. And there is a dead chimera if you needed to place one in your campaign somewhere. That was a fun one. Okay, we'll put that back to idle. Axe beaks. We've got two variations here, our little chocobo looking critters. They've got an idle 1 and idle 2, assuming they can somehow get some food out of the ground. A beak attack, and then of course their reaction, death, and there's a dead axe beak. We move over to the camel. Just a pretty relaxed mount here. There's not many here. I don't have a reaction or anything. It's just something to fill the scene and give it a little bit of life. Polar bears, we got a mount. These are based off of my owl bear animations with a little revamp, but there's an intimidation. There's a claw swipe, a little headbutt, their reaction, and then the death. We move on to our hippogriff. This one's got, this is the fly idol. It's got a beak attack, claw attack, all coming from the air for these ones. A reaction, and then a death. That's our hippogriff. Last but not least, can't seem to grab them. There we go. There's our griffin. So this one's got a ground idol. Pretty intimidating looking creature. Ground idol 2. That fly idol we just saw. A beak attack. A claw attack. A reaction. A death. And dead. So remember, a lot of these are going to be in the SRD, but for those that aren't in the SRD, look for that macro for assigning animations, and you can just take something like the beak weapon and attach it to the beak animation, and you're all set. So now this thing attacks. Okay, I'm going to try that again with a beak attack now that I have MIDI QOL enabled. There we go. Let's see. The attack. I can do that. Same thing with something like the claws. And attach it to our claws, and then you simply roll with MIDI QOL, and we saw that claw attack. So that is our mount pack for June 2026. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you want to see next for July. And I hope you enjoy bringing your games to life.